ValveTime.net.
Hi, and welcome to the ValveTime News Roundup. Each week we'll bring you the biggest talking points of the week with Valve software and the community. Now, on to the news. Valve officially announced that Dota 2 will be free to play and all heroes will be available free of charge. The game will have an in-game store where you'll be able to buy cosmetic items for heroes, with Valve keen to stress that these items are purely cosmetic and don't affect gameplay. Individual items or bundles can be bought from the store or obtained by leveling up your battle level. Each time you play a matchmaking game, you are rewarded with battle points to level up. Item slots include weapon, head, back, neck, shoulder, arms, taunt, courier, and several others. Items are stored in your Dota 2 backpack and can be equipped via your loadout. Valve have also announced that Dota 2 is now part of the Steam Workshop, where the Valve community can submit items they create for review and those accepted become an official item in the store. Valve said, in the first year alone, over $3.5 million was paid out to TF2 fans whose creations are now a permanent part of the game. While on the subject of the Steam Workshop, Civilization 5 is getting workshop support, allowing players to browse community-created mods and install them directly inside the game. Civ 5 has a new expansion pack in the pipeline, and you can probably expect the release to coincide with the Workshop update. Garry's Mod 13 will also have workshop support and is currently in testing for those invited to the beta. NECA, who produce Valve action figures for their IPs, have revealed Left 4 Dead's Boomer. The 7-inch figure is able to split in half and real bile oozes from the center, which attracts local wildlife. Additionally, but not for sale, a Half-Life fan made an excellent 24-inch prototype of Dog from using over 20 molds. It was made for a final year college project, but the artist may look into distributing models in the future. The Team Fortress 2 team posted an article on how a map gets made on the TF2 blog this week, talking about the development of Gorge. The original idea for the map was an alternative to standard attack defense maps, which usually have a long time limit. Starting from plain sketches on paper, the map started to take shape centered around 2 control points separated by a gorge. In traditional Valve fashion, extensive playtesting gives them feedback on what works and what doesn't, with the original deep, steep-walled gorge being replaced with the one seen in the map today. Later on came the addition of the sunken second control point, one of the most fun and frantic points to attack and defend in TF2. The Stanley Parable is a Half-Life 2 alt mod which uses an experimental narrative-driven experience to explore choice, freedom, and storytelling in a video game. It was hugely successful when released around this time last year, and now the developer has formed an indie studio to release the Stanley Parable HD Remix as a standalone title. The creator has said the game will be twice as long as the original mod, and the game is scheduled to release sometime in 2012 for Windows and OS X. A wonderful short film titled Lab Rat was released this week, a live-action interpretation of the Portal 2 comic also titled Lab Rat, which followed the story of former Aperture scientist and schizophrenic graffitiist Doug Ratman. The story ties together the end of Portal 1 and the start of Portal 2, so if you've always wondered what happened to Shell between both games, you should definitely give this a watch. The soundtrack complements the film excellently. That brings us all up to date on the main talking points for this week's Valve and community news. Not much official news from Valve this week, including no Counter-Strike Global Offensive update, but E3 starts on Monday and Valve should be showing off something new for CSGO at the Microsoft and Sony booths. Fingers crossed for some more info on Steam Big Picture mode too. That's what everyone wants, right? Don't forget to subscribe for more videos in the near future. Glenn is the best script writer. I was wrong to remove his puns last week. I like Farm Simulator 2011. The Combine Harvester DLC is my favorite. Bye for now. ...